of offshore wind, Nigeria could be a renewable superpower as well as a massive producer of oil and gas. And our trade flows are increasing fast. In spite of the pandemic, I looked at the numbers, they're going north fast, and that's a great thing. And we send you all kinds of things to Nigeria.
Moving away from that now, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, will conduct 2 supplementary governorship elections in Adamawa and Kirby on April 15. The commission disclosed this in a statement by its National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Mr. Festus Okoye, in Abuja. Okoye said the commission would also conduct 5 senatorial district and 89 constituency elections comprising 31 federal and 58 state assembly constituencies. Okoye said the commission met on Monday, reviewed the areas where supplementary elections were required to conclude the outstanding governorship, national and state assembly elections across the country. He recalled that 26 state governorship, 104 senatorial, 329 federal and 935 state constituency elections have been concluded and winners declared. Okoye said a comprehensive list of the polling units by state, local government, registration area, registered voters, and permanent voter card PVCs collected would be published on its website on or before Wednesday, March 29. He appealed to all political parties, candidates, and stakeholders to note the date and locations of the supplementary elections. The governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, has urged the president-elect Bola Tinubu to integrate some highly placed opposition members into his administration, including Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. Umahi made the remarks at commissioning of the remodeled community secondary school, Okoro Nuodo, in Obio Akpo local government area of Rivers State. The governor highlighted the role Wike, a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), played in the election of Tinubu, the All Progressives Congress APC candidate, popularly referred to as Asiwaju, and his running mate Kashim Shettima.
It is that if anybody thinks he can win Governor Wike in Rivers State, that is joke taken too far. And I'm very bold to say that. Our people want performance. If you have performed as a governor, they will stand with you. And so I commend the G3 governors. But I also thank God Almighty, who had earmarked that Asiwaju and Shettima would win. And look at the process of God. Asiwaju was very courageous and Shettima and made themselves available. God, directly and indirectly, made Governor Wike very much available. And so there is no way PC can conclude about the success of the election without mentioning Governor Wike. Asking, Asiwaju Shettima to please bring Governor Wike to the core administration of the federal government. He has a lot to offer. He has a lot to offer for the unity of the country. And it's not all about party now. It's about the unity of the country.
Stepping away from that and going to Borno State now, the state governor, Babangana Zulum, says the federal government has released 15 billion naira to the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo-led committee to ensure safe return of all internally displaced persons, IDPs, to their homes. Zulum, who is also the vice chairman of the Committee on Management of Repentant Boko Haram Members, Repatriation, Return and Resettlement of IDPs, spoke on a visit to Darussalam IDP camp in the Lak Richard region in the Chad Republic. According to the governor, modalities have been put in place by the federal government to ensure the safe return of Nigerian refugees who have been earmarked for repatriation to their ancestral homes.
I'm pleased to inform you that the President of the Republic of Nigeria has established a committee headed by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and myself as the Vice Chairman and other members to look into the possibility of repatriating Nigerians that are living in the Republic of Chad, Cameroon, and Niger. This return has to be based on voluntary means. It has to be based on Kampala Convention. It has to be voluntary. And I'm here this afternoon to look after the people and discuss modalities with UNHCR and others that are managing this camp with a view to outlining a program of return. And this is the main reason why I came here.
To avert a nationwide strike by the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC), the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), Godwin Emefiele, on Monday met with the leadership of the Congress. The NLC leadership had issued a 7-day ultimatum to the federal government to end the naira scarcity in the country. NLC President Joe Ajero had threatened the Congress would go on strike if the issue was not resolved at the expiration of the ultimatum. Ngige subsequently invited the Apex Bank leadership and the NLC to a meeting on Monday to resolve the matter. In his remarks, the minister refuted the allegation that the NLC and his ministry did nothing about the matter. On his own part, Emefiele said when he received a letter from the Labour Ministry, he called the president of NLC to brief him on steps taken to alleviate the sufferings of the masses, and equally made appointment and had discussion with the NLC president and had fruitful discussion which resulted in result. He said a large volume of funds was made available to the deposit money banks and they were directed to open their branches on Saturdays and Sundays, and they complied under strict supervision of the CBN. Responding, Ajero said they no longer emphasized the problem since CBN has started sending cash to the banks and Nigerians were now accessing their money. It's the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Still ahead, assailant kills 6 in Nashville Elementary School in latest U.S. mass shooting. Super Eagles bounce back with win against Guinea-Bissau. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll bring in more stories. Please stay with us.
My people, no let new naira and cashless matter worry you. Hope Bank dey your phone, 500 naira woof day. So if you want send mama money, abi to buy a Maka recharge card. To give customer money, abi customer wan give you money.
Hope dey your phone, 500 naira woof day.
My people, your phone number, na ATM card and account number oh.
Yes, so enjoy better life with Hope Wallet. Dial *569*9# on your phone. Select Open Wallet. Put your details and fiam, your wallet does set. Hope PS Bank go sama you 500 naira a woof. Terms and conditions dey oh. Hope, succeed. Hope Bank always.
àti ṣí o àti ń ta o ṣọ́ọ̀bù alálùbáríkà tèmi dire ultra modern market Gbagi market extension.
Golden Bricks Realty and Investment Limited àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tó ti ṣàṣeyọrí tó lóòrìn. tèmi dire ultra modern market and shopping mall ọjà Gbagi tuntun phase 2 wẹ́mà ìwó road Ìbàdàn. àti ṣí àti ń tàwọn shops yẹn báyìí o. bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́jà títà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ní pẹ́rẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ra sọ ńláńlá. Ankara lẹ́sì gíní báàgì àti bàtà. ṣọ́ọ̀bù tẹ́ ti lè rọ jíjẹ wa ń bẹ pẹ̀lú. ìjọba ló allocate ẹ̀. ààbò tó gbogbo ń bẹ ń bẹ tọ̀sẹ̀ tó rú. wọ́n gbẹ́ bọ́ ò síbẹ̀. wọ́n tún kọ́lé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni láti ti yípo bẹ̀. ó tóbi ó pọ̀ ó fẹ̀. ó yẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ rẹ́ǹtì ní abẹ́ fẹ́ ra ṣọ́ọ̀bù. èyí náà jẹ́ tètè lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù báyìí. the Ministry of Trade and Investment room 56 Secretariat Ìbàdàn. wà láyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. ẹ pè 08028834320 08028834320. àrètí yín lọ́jà tèmi ní rẹ̀ Gbági tuntun ìlú Ìbàdàn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please come around. Let me introduce you to Chief and his beautiful wife. They will fix you in a company where you will be working, give you accommodation, and pay you handsomely, especially if you're up and doing. You'll be fed twice. You know what? Follow that young boy. It will show you to your rooms so you can rest and prepare for the job ahead of you.
Thank you, Madam Cash.
You're welcome, Chief.
How these ones even look very strong. And I am sure they can do all kinds of job, including...
Chief, don't worry. Use them as you like. They have become your property. But don't forget where I'm called Cash Madam. The alert is very important, Chief?
Don't worry.
Stop human trafficking. These persons are humans like you. Let's end the crime against humanity. This message is from JDPC Ibadan in conjunction with Religious Sisters of Charity with support from Mission Kara.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí aláboyún, ó ṣe pàtàkì kí n tọ́jú ara mi kí n sì wà ní ìlera pípé.
Kí ìwọ àtoyún inú ẹ lè wà ní ìlera tó péye. Máa lo oògùn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ní áyọ̀nù nínú àti folic acid lójoojúmọ́ lákòókò tó bá lóyún. Eléyìí ń dènà àìtó ẹ̀jẹ̀ nínú oyún, yóò sì jẹ́ kóyún wà lálàáfíà. Fún ìlera pípé, ẹ máa yọjú sí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera yín fún ìtọ́jú oyún nígbà tó yẹ.
Ìkéde yìí wá láti àkọ́ṣeṣẹ́ ARIN, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Welcome back. It's still the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Turning to the foreign scene now, 6 people, 3 of them children, have been killed in a primary school shooting in Nashville. The student victims have been identified as Evelyn Diakos, Harley Struggs, and William Kinney, all aged 8 or 9. The shooter was identified as 28-year-old Audrey Hale, who was killed by police. Police believe that Hale was a former student at the school. They say more weapons have been recovered from Hale's home, including a sawed-off shotgun and a second shotgun. Since the shooting, President Joe Biden has renewed calls for Congress to take action on gun violence. An uneasy calm is returning to Israel after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced it would delay a key part of controversial plans to overhaul the justice system. On Monday night, he said it will pass the legislation to prevent a rupture among people. However, it is unclear what a delay will achieve beyond buying time. It followed intensified protests after he fired his defense minister, who had spoken against the plans. An unprecedented event, the country's biggest trade union called a strike and Israelis watched society close down around them. And finally, the sport news now. Nigeria came back to revenge a home defeat to Guinea-Bissau, recording a 1-0 win against same opposition on Monday. The Jotters shocked everyone on Friday when they recorded a 1-0 victory over the Super Eagles in Abuja. However, a first-half penalty from Moses Simon was enough for Jose Pesero's men to win the reverse fixture. With the result, Nigeria returned back to the top of Group A with 9 points, with 2 more points than second-place Guinea-Bissau. The slim victory also ended a 4-match losing streak for the Nigerians, who have won the AFCON 3 times. The third place is occupied by Sierra Leone with 5 points, while Sao Tome and Principe sit at the bottom of the group with just 1 point. And with that, we've come to the end of the news for this afternoon. But before we go, here is the recap of the news headlines. In Nigeria, we told you that ex-UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has made a case for a stronger mutually benefiting relationship between Nigeria and Britain. INEC is set to conduct 2 governorship 89 constituencies supplementary elections on April 15. Outside the shores of Nigeria, we told you that assailants reportedly killed 6 people at Nashville Elementary School in latest U.S. mass shooting. And in sports, Super Eagles has bounced back with win against Guinea-Bissau. For more details on the news, visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. Now you can download Splash FM mobile app on iOS and Google Play Store. To listen live, get news update, opinion poll, and you can also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5, then click to download. We have now come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the integrity station and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawuwu, assisted by Abidemi Kajogbola. I am Ibunkunoluwa Olagunju. Many thanks for listening.